Let's go. Your part. Let's go. What I'm saying, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Every kid should be singing, do your part. Don't forget to do your part. Do your part. Don't forget to do your part. Don't forget to do your. Don't be afraid to give a little help. And I'm gonna start it right there, stop it right there, and start it right there. Welcome to the Getting to the Nitty Gritty with Big Tron show, man. Today I got an interesting topic, one that has came up previously in the past, but I guess you should say the casket is closed. It's like dead to us now. We don't talk about it no more. And I actually wanted to bring it up because it could be where a lot of the stuff that's happening that's kind of like never seen before, unpredictable, could be stemming from this, and that being CERN, 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 the hydrogen collider, the one that's in Switzerland, the one that supposedly said they, searching for the God particle, the black matter, and it was also said that it could actually be ripped open and something could slip through. But with no further ado, let's get into it.
You would think that
I'm just doing audio. Reason being, because I'm not really up on everything yet. But I gotta do some things. You just gotta dive right in. You can't learn everything and have all of the gadgets. Excuse me. But you gotta work with what you got to be able to try to convey a message, especially if it's on your heart. You heard my song say, "Don't forget to do your part." I'm doing mine right now. Let's get it.
After undergoing 3 years of upgrades for 2 good times, the LHC would return to give a scientific breakthrough, but it didn't. Instead, it caused something unexpected, something more of a catastrophe than a breakthrough.
See, they searching. People don't get it. Like, you don't see how they just be steady nitpicking. That saying, you give them an inch and they take a mile, is really true.
You see, soon after its launch and initiation, when scientists at CERN turned up the Large Hadron Collider with the new maximum energy beam, they detected something unexpected in our planet. Shocking data from CERN. When the LHC reopened in April 2022 with its new maximum beam energy...
See, this thing is so powerful, man. You have to wrap your mind around how much power it is. Like, it's unimaginable power. At speeds of light, said to be almost at speeds of light. I think he said speeds of light, man. And they crashing these particles to see what the outcome will be. But on the flip side, it's almost like a biblical play out in the same sense of the essence. You see what I'm saying? So you notice that, like, and I think it's like LA where they have like the basketball tournaments, and you got a game going on over there, got a game going on over here, you got a game going on, you got all these different games, but we only focus on one particular game. Why? Because LeBron over there. I just use him, you know what I'm saying? But you get where I'm coming from, though. Let's get it.
Rather than detecting dark matter or monopoles, scientists soon detected a crack in the Earth's magnetic field. In other words, CERN cracked Earth's magnetic field in its...
Pushing P, not pushing playerism and pushing power. That's what they pushing. They done cracked open. But my thing is this: if we all human beings, who gives people the right to make these kind of calls? But like I said, it has to go out to them playing back apart something that had to be done for history to take place as it's gonna take place. I don't know if y'all know, but it seems like we getting ready for a big dance. pick up what I'm putting down.
Pursuit of dark matter and monopoles. You see, the Earth's magnetic field does not crack. The only thing that seems like a crack is an opposition existing between the magnetic fields pointing south and those pointing north. These two forces partially cancelled out each other, causing a small space to open at the equinoxes. This particular crack stayed open for 14 hours straight, something that's never happened before. If you're wondering if otherworldly beings may have slipped through this crack...
It stayed open for 14 hours straight. Kind of wrap your mind around what all can happen in 14 hours, moving at speeds that we ain't even up on. Shout out to Shakira Richards, yeah, that girl down, yeah. Shout out to her. Shout out to Hussein Bolt. Shout out to them people. They fast. They make it fast. They nearly on longest yard fast. Oh, we fast. But we can't wrap our mind around how fast this stuff is moving. So 14 hours, what could it? And they said, it didn't slip through. Like I said, it's multiple games going on. You watching one game, you don't know what came through. This God said you ain't gonna be able to see it with the naked eye anyway. So what type of contraption they got? What type of go gadget beam? What type of Ghostbusters slide out the contraption to capture the ghost they have that they can see? Other than God's discernment, if they ain't got touch, they playing games. They need to
Back into our world, you can rest easy. No one entered. And besides, the Earth's magnetic field is not a protective barrier from other dimensions or worldly beings. Rather, this barrier protects the Earth from the powerful solar winds. You see, it's not only the ozone...
Matters what could have been slipped through is that you playing with it. You playing with it. You for me with basketball, you see boys, they get down and they get up. Sometimes you get too close up on some of them boys, man, they go right on around you. You still standing there. But see, then they said something about they might not have been honest. They might not be telling us. So you worrying about, you wonder how all these people's laid up with these people's all these years and all of a sudden decide to do them some harm. Like something just came over them. But then when you look at the those mug shots are valuable right now. Pause them. Look into these people's eyes. Some of them being in proper calls, they don't even look like they remember what happened. Like did I do that? The stuff they read now, that was me. It's real in the field, man.
Ozone layer that curbs the effects of our blazing sun. The Earth's magnetic field also resists it. We don't give enough credit to Earth's magnetic field. It's a vital force that maintains the balance on our dear planet. Thanks to this field, our compasses point north, and animals can travel or migrate long distances and still find their way home successfully.
Okay, so let me stop it right there because I want to interject right here. Okay, so they saying that what was happened could have messed up the animals' way of finding themselves to and fro. Something that God set up naturally for them. See, that word naturally gonna pop. I got a dude I consider a friend out the neighborhood named Javaka Berry. He always naturally. You gotta naturally be something. You gotta naturally got to be in you naturally. They naturally tearing up what God had in place. So now that's why animals, if you pay attention, they looking weary. The alligators is coming in and the sharks coming in. They getting lost. They confused too. So when they bite down, not on no tabs, but bite down on their victim, they just scared because they out of pocket. Because their sense of direction has been compromised by what these people could have possibly let upon the earth as we know it. Let's get it.
Most important of all is the fact that the magnetic field safeguards our atmosphere from the harmful effects of solar winds. Solar winds are very powerful. If the magnetic field didn't curb these winds...
But if you smart and you know this, why play with it? Why not just let stuff be?
they could rip our ozone layer apart.
They got a task that has to be carried out in order to you got to get something going on up there, man. You got to get them engines back pumping full throttle. You got to start back thinking out here, man. For real, for real.
If you've ever seen auroras in the sky, they're caused by these winds. You see, auroras are beautiful from down here on Earth. Over there in space, they're dreadful, and you wouldn't want to stick your hand and grab those light rays like you must have thought. NASA experts have emphasized...
Yeah, these ain't LED lights. This stuff is serious. And, you know, and that's why the heat, man, is just so hot. But see, it's stuff being held back, but it's not being held back. You have to pay attention, and you also got to have some type of discernment about yourself. See, you can say, "Oh man, I'm a player," or I'm a bad, I'm a this, and I got some good. But you, before all, you was a human before you was anything. You see what I'm saying? You know how a dog can smell. You distorting the way you smell stuff and sense it. Come on, man, tap back in. It's the water's great over here. For real.
The danger of solar winds and how they can wreak havoc on satellites and cause citywide blackouts. This is why NASA has recently been actively monitoring and tracking the magnetic field. And guess what? They've noticed that the magnetic intensity has weakened significantly.
I breezed through here briefly, and I'm gonna stop it right there. I ain't gonna rely on that because I can think. I breezed through that briefly earlier, and they said that Elon lost. I think he lost 40 or 400 satellites. Don't quote me on that. In one of those solar flares, one of them with auroras, whatever it is, you know, speaking on. There's a bunch of stuff that's beyond us that should, and it should stay that way. But they said that he lost that, so that's why these folks be having to have all these billions and billions of dollars, and they have to put this out, this get it, so you can in turn go spend your little chochos and with them, and so they can go up here and see what's going on, or go be nosy. Just think about that. Could this be what it's all behind, so they could go play Little Martian on Buzz Bunny? Space Modulator. Think about that, man. These people here need to knock it off, and they need to definitely. You done got to the nitty gritty of Big Tron. This part one. I'm gonna dive back into this here, man. Stay tuned.